The housing affordability crisis in the United States mostly impacts the extremely low-income renter. So what we're seeing is that 73% of extremely low-income renter households are paying more than half of their income on housing. When housing becomes unaffordable to somebody, really everything else starts to crumble as well.
In a country as wealthy as ours, we shouldn't have this conversation where people are forced to choose between health costs or housing or food or education.
The Opportunity Starts at Home campaign was started by the National Income Housing Coalition, Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, the National Alliance to End Homelessness, and Children's Health Watch. We recognized that despite the very best efforts of our organizations, the housing crisis was worsening for the lowest income people. So we knew we had to do something different.
Opportunity Starts at Home is a broad movement. It is a housing campaign, but I think what's unprecedented about it and what's so transformational about it is that it's not led by housing organizations. It's led by organizations that are leading in all these other sectors. They're leaders in those sectors, but they're coming together through the Opportunity Starts at Home campaign to advocate for federal housing policy.
These groups recognize that first and foremost, they can't meet their goals, whether it's the child welfare system and keeping families together,
whether it's affordability of healthcare,
poverty-related hunger,
economic security and stability,
civil rights,
the impacts of climate change,
the ability for children to learn and grow and thrive.
They can't achieve those things if families don't have a place to live.
Housing sits at the center of families' budgets, and when it is unaffordable, it strains their families' budgets in ways that have long-lasting and harmful impacts.
We've seen tremendous success at the federal level. The significant policy wins that we've been able to achieve on a bipartisan basis. I think the Opportunity Starts at Home campaign really was a major driving political force behind that success.
When all the major interests can come together with one voice and say, this is what you need to do to make that change, that's going to be something that's much easier for them to get on board with.
Elected officials really need to see that there's broad support for the change that's envisioned by an initiative like Opportunity Starts at Home.
So we think bringing in more collaborators, more participants, and more voices that are elevating it brings attention and brings resources and brings innovation. All those things we need to address affordable housing.
Inaction is expensive. So as a country, we pay to allow for homelessness and housing insecurity to persist. If we were to invest instead in making homes affordable for the lowest income people, we would have tremendous benefit to children, families, communities, and to the country.
It is critically important that everybody have a safe, stable home. And the beauty of the Opportunity Starts at Home campaign is at its core, it's about bringing everyone together across social service systems to improve access to affordable housing.